All right, John, we just got your 95T in today from FedEx. I'm going to find out what's going on with it. I'm just kind of looking it over because, I mean, I know I've seen the pictures of the box, which I'll put those in this video too, of what the box looked like from shipping, but the radio itself doesn't look like it got damaged. So let me get inside this thing, man, and we'll see what's going on. We'll be back with an update. Alright, we got John's radio up on the bench here. About the only time I can get it to do the frequency variations is when I first hook it up. Then it stabilizes itself out, but it's off 2 bands. So that's just hooked up. I just put power onto it. And see what it does? It takes off. But once it warms up, it stabilizes itself out. So we're going to have to figure out what caused that problem. Because that wasn't originally what it was here for. It originally was in here for a receive issue, no receive. You got the lids loose. And basically, any place you see these silver plates, this is your PLL section. I never did any work in this area at all. I didn't require it. But up here is where I did receive stuff. Replaced this can, these 2 receive cans I had to order from Galaxy, because I don't stock those, and I'm not going to pull those out of a radio. That just isn't jiving with me. So they're brand new cans. I think that was a diode or cap right there. And then, of course, the FET, and down in this area, which is the filter, the filtering, I should say. But other than that, this is a frequency issue. And as you see, it stabilized out once it got warmed up. So we got to find out why it's doing that. The other thing I noticed is he's got it all the way up on the high band. But when I put it all the way down, oh, there's CB. It wasn't going into CB earlier, but there it is flaking out again. So we'll have to figure this out. We'll be back with an update. Back on John's radio, man. I just had to take it out to the other shop and blow air out. Once I got the magnifying glass looking at it, it had all kinds of particles all over the place. You couldn't really tell. I mean, if you look at here now, it looks a lot cleaner. And I believe it was the packing material from what he shipped me in the box. I'm not sure. But I had to blow out both sides, and it looks like it got in there because there's no speaker. But I blew both sides out. We're going to get into this thing and try to figure out why this frequency is doing what it's doing. We'll be back with an update. Alright, John. I think I found your problem. What we got here is, I believe this crystal right here is loose. Because I can wiggle it back and forth, for one. So it must have been something that must have happened in shipping, because... Uh-oh. Where's my key? Something happened to my mic? Let's see something. Let me get another mic. She's no key. We'll be back. Alright, it wasn't the mic. What it is the board's done come so loose now that it's not even doing anything on key up. So, here's a keyed up watch. If I touch this crystal, keys up. On frequency. Well, it's a little off, but we'll fix that when we fix the crystal. But, as you see, the watch when I let loose. So, definitely a loose solder joint, which is what I said in the emails to you, John. I figured it probably got hurt a little bit in shipping. The screws were all loose on the chassis. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get this back on this amp lid right. But I had to resolder that joint right there. Come on, clear up. There we go. That joint right there, I had to resolder. All the board screws, man, were just all loose. And I'm guessing that's from the way that box got beat around in shipping. But let me get this crystal deal fixed and find out where it is on this side of the board, and we'll be back with an update. Alright, here's the root of all your problems, John. See that? There's a leg broke off the crystal. And right next to it is the broke leg. That right there is the broken leg. There's the crystal. this wasn't caused. I mean, this isn't what you originally sent the radio in here for me to repair. Because this is for transmit and receive. And most likely, and this is what happens on some of these older radios, is you see all the brown stuff? That's glue. They glue these crystals down in the radio to help them from vibration. And the glue over time starts eating away at the metal. And that's what happened. So I'm thinking that, you know, after this thing getting beaten up and shipping, that's what happened. Now that particular crystal is this one right here. But this thing's had frequency work on it done before. Show you the free counter. It's good to go. Look at this. I'm bouncing the radio. Great. Okay. But let me unhook the power here. Because like I said before in the beginning of the video, as you see, that coil's been replaced. It's brand new. That coil's been replaced. And a few of the components up in this area, transistor-wise, along with your main amp transistor. And a couple caps and resistors and so forth in that area. And that was your initial repair. Okay? That's receive. Had nothing to do with this. But you took it upon yourself to do what happened and, you know, I guess wanted to blame me, and well, this wasn't my fault. But I'm going to go ahead and fix it under warranty, so no big deal. There you go. But what I wanted to show you, because I still have to put the shields back on. Now, what I'm going to show you, this is what I just soldered. Let me see where I'm at. Right there. See how chrome the solder looks? Let's get it to clear up some. There we go. This is what I soldered right here. Okay. This little wire right here, I shortened it up because I thought at first this might have been your problem because it was showing threads on it and it just barely connected. So I resoldered that. But if you see right here, somebody's resoldered all this. These four right here have been resoldered. These over here have been resoldered. I don't know who did it, but those have been resoldered. Now, this has been resoldered. This whole chip right here has been resoldered. You can tell by the way the solder looks. This is factory, this isn't. And that's how you can kind of tell. You know, some of it's chrome, some of it's not. This stuff over here, I actually wire brushed it down to see if I can find a loose solder joint. Because that's all part of your frequency area. Transmit, receive frequencies all go through this area here. These are your mixer stages. Your PLLs are all in here embedded on the board. But, and then this is what I just recently did today. So I don't know. That stuff was underneath these little shields. You have these shields that go in there that I got to put back down. One of them goes over here. Which you'd never know that until that shield's removed. Bam. Look at there. So the shield covers that up. So I never initially took the shields off because there was no need to take the shields off. And then here's your other shield. It goes over here by this black wire. So, you know, I never paid much attention to any of that being worked on before. So I don't know if you had previous problems or whoever you bought the radio from had problems. But it's fixed now, John. I'll be giving you a phone call tomorrow. It is Friday night about 11 o'clock. So I'll call you tomorrow during the day. And we'll discuss this. But there you go. It's fixed now. It wasn't, like I said, initially wasn't the problem I went after because here's where I worked at. I mean, if you look up here, you can see the solder traces from the coils and stuff I replaced and the transistors and this coil, transistor up in here. Well, actually a couple transistors and some diodes. But, alright, we'll wrap this video up. There you go. It's fixed for you now, John. As you see, I'm going to hook it back up, power it back up. I'm going to pop, and then let's get your positive, and watch. Bam. Right where it's supposed to go. And then just for your, that's transmitting. Now, you know, your clarifier's unlocked. I bumped it, you know, define course. It's all unlocked. So, wherever it's got to be. There we go. So, there you go. But there you go, man. Alright, we're done with this video. off to the next radio. We'll see you guys. Remember, if there's something that you have, general repairs, tune-ups, mods, whatever you want, old Stickman at the New Name MCB shop, give me a shout and I'll help you out. I'll see you. Bye-bye.